Hey everybody, welcome back to the third week of doing these live YouTube videos for you guys. Hope your weekend was really nice. It was super nice outside, so I hope everybody was able to get outside. Maggie and I worked on some new stuff for this week over the weekend that we're pretty excited about. So let's ease into this third week of online rec classes with some yoga. Let's start by just kind of rolling our shoulders. This feels really good to me right now. But I'm going to close this door. Roll your shoulders back. Good, then roll them down and back so your chest is nice and open. I'm a big fan of some breathing exercises. So I learned this in a yoga class that I like to take. It's called pranayama breathing. So what we're going to do is we're going to keep your feet and toes, your heels and toes together, feet flat on the floor. You're going to interlock your fingers and then put them right underneath your chin, and your thumbs should be touching your throat. Okay, so fingers are under your chin, thumbs are to your throat, and pinkies are away from you. What you're going to do is we're going to breathe in through our nose, and as we breathe in through our nose, your arms are going to come up. And don't mind them, they're cutting the grass outside. And your arms are going to come up, and your elbows are going to float up to the ceiling. Now, some of your shoulders do come up a little bit. And then as you breathe out through your mouth, your head is going to tilt all the way back, and your elbows are going to come and meet out in front of you. So I'll do it to the side so you can kind of see. We're going to be doing some new stuff this week, like this pranayama breathing and stuff, just to change it up a little bit. So fingers are under my throat. I'm coming up for a breath in. My head stays forward, but my elbows come up. And then as you breathe out through your mouth, your chin comes up to the ceiling and your elbows come straight out in front of you. So notice how my arms are down, my elbows are out, and my head is looking up to the ceiling. It's a little bit hard to talk when I'm doing this, but this is what it should look like. So we breathe into our nose. Good, breathe into your nose. And out through your mouth. Now when you breathe in through your nose, you want to feel your lungs completely expand all the way up, and then breathe out. So when your elbows reach the top, that's when you should be at your full, most biggest breath, okay? Let's do 3 of them just facing each other. So fingers interlock, under our chin. Here we go. We breathe in through our nose. Big breath, and out. Elbows come forward to touch. Good, breathe in. And out. Last one. And breathe out. Push your head back, look up to the ceiling, hold it, and come down. All right, we're going to keep doing that because the more you do it, the better you'll get at it, and it's really relaxing and brings a lot of peace to your mind. It's just a great way to start your morning. Have some deep breaths. Let's get into some yoga. All right, we're going to do, let's do a little more stretching. Roll out your neck. We didn't stretch that much. Let's do right ear to your shoulder. So this one we have shoulders down and back. Just your head moves. Good. Left ear to your shoulder. And right ear to your shoulder. And left ear to your shoulder. Good, let's do some arm circles forward. And we'll do some arm circles backwards. Good, give yourself a big hug. And switch, other arm on top, give yourself another big hug. All right, the rest we will warm up with our poses. So we're gonna go right into our seated half moon pose. So you are gonna take your left hand out to the side, grab the chair. Right hand goes out, we go up and over, reach all the way over your head, and we hold. Make sure you're not leaning forward. You should be upright and just over to the side. Really feel that nice long stretch. Good, let's switch it over. Wiggle it out. Now, right arm grabs the chair, left arm goes up and over your head for a big side stretch. Again, we're not slouching, so you're still having that good posture. You're just good posture up and over your head. A few more seconds, we're in the pose, just feel it. 3, 2, 1, good, come on. Good side stretches, that was our seated half moon pose. Now we're gonna go for our seated spine twist. So you're gonna take your left leg, cross it over your right. You are gonna take your right hand, goes to the knee, left hand goes behind the chair or the side, whatever's gonna give you the best stretch. And then you're gonna twist your body, make sure your chest and your head are facing the same direction. And you're just gonna twist until you feel a slight twist in your spine, but no pain. You do want to feel a little something, just a little stretch. Good, hold it. We're here, we're holding it. Really use the hand on your knee to kind of pull yourself into that stretch. We got a few more seconds here. Good, slowly untwist your spine, slow, slow, slow. Slowly untwist your leg. As always, that foot on the ground is nice and flat on the ground and planted. So we're going to go ahead and do right leg over your left. Your left hand goes out, grabs the knee. Right hand goes out, grabs the back of the chair. And you pull with this hand and pull with your back hand on the chair so you get a really nice deep stretch. Again, your head is in the direction that your chest is in. We're here, we're holding it, we're in the pose, we got this. Don't forget to breathe. A few more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly untwist your top. Slowly put that foot back on the ground. Let's take a deep breath in through our nose. Out through your mouth. Ready for the third pose. We are doing our seated leg extension. So we're going to come to the edge of our seats. Here we go. See, my toes are up to the ceiling. My heel is on the ground. You are going to keep your bottom on the chair at all times. 2 hands reach down for your toes. So I move forward a little on my chair just so that I have a better range of motion. If you don't, if you feel uncomfortable, you feel like you're gonna fall, stay seated, stay, all the way back on the chair. It's okay if your leg is a little bit bent, but try to make it as straight as you can and then reach for your toes. All right? That's only if you feel like you're gonna fall forward or fall if you move to the edge of your seat. If you feel comfortable, move to the edge of your seat a little bit so you can reach farther down. 2 hands, one on top of the other, and reach for your toes. The important thing is to keep that leg straight if you are on the edge of your seat. So as long as the leg is straight, you could be here, you could be here, you could be here, you could be grabbing your whole foot, whatever it is, as long as that leg is staying straight. So here we go in the pose and hold it. Really feel it stretch all the way along the back side of your leg. Breathe. 3, 2, 1. Good. Come up, and we're going to switch legs. I'm going to face forward this time. You know to keep that leg straight. Heel goes up. Left leg is straight. Here we go. Ready? Reach for the toes. Get into the stretch. Get into the posture. Once you're there, hold it. Make sure your gaze, your eyesight is looking down at the ground. A few more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Good. Sit up. Bring that leg in, 2 feet on the floor. We are going for our first forward fold, and this one has our legs open. So again, I'm on the edge of my seat. If you feel more comfortable, you can sit all the way back, legs open to either side. So I'll show you how to do it with sitting all the way back in your chair. Let's everybody sit all the way back, so I'm not on the edge of my seat. I'm all the way back. Legs open to either side of the chair. You are going to only bend from the waist, not from our back, from the waist. So let's practice that nice straight back, like someone is pulling you up from a string on your head. Okay? You are going to reach all the way down to your toes, or maybe your knees, calves, ankles, and then you're going to look down at the ground with that nice straight back. Like I said, I kind of use my elbows to push my knees out as far as I can go. So your feet should be pointing away from your body in the same direction as your knees. And now we're in the pose, so we're just going to hold it. Three, 2, 1. Good. Slowly come up from your waist, legs together. Take a deep breath, because we're doing it a second time. All right, let's set it up again. Let's see. I'm sitting all the way back in my chair. Legs come open to either side. Toes facing the direction of your knees. So if you can only open up this much, then that's fine. Just open up as wide as you can, as long as your feet follow where your knees are guiding them, okay? Put your hands on your waist so you know we're only bending forward from our waist. We're not hunching. Nice flat back. Fold forward. Reach for your feet. Reach for your calves. Flatten that back. And then look down at the ground. Think about those elbows pushing your knees out. We're in the pose. Now we're just going to hold it. and breathe. Good. Slowly come up and bring your legs together. Excellent job. All right, let's move on to the next pose we have is our seated pigeon. So we're going to start guide. So I'm sitting in the middle of my chair. Feet flat on the ground. You're going to guide your right ankle up to your left knee. Okay, now adjust your bottom foot accordingly, okay? It shouldn't be over here. It shouldn't be back here. It should be right underneath so you have good support. We talked about that 90-degree angle in your bottom leg. That should be there. Now, what you're going to do with your arms is reach for, that works best for me, but figure it out for you. Your main focus is to try and get your chest to touch the leg in front of you. If you can't do it, that's totally fine. Don't worry about it, but that's your intention. You're thinking that's where you want to end up. And then we feel that stretch all the way under this leg. So here we go. Hands pull yourself down. Nice flat back. We're not hunched. Flat back, shoulders down and back. And pull yourself forward with your hands. Once you're in the pose, we hold it and enjoy it. Good. Slowly walk your hands up, sit up nice and tall. Guide that right ankle down to the ground. I'm going to go for the other side. So you're going to reach for your left ankle, guide it up to your right knee. So your shoe is kind of facing that way. Fix your supporting leg. Think about your chest coming down to your leg. Nice flat back. Hands reach down to the front of your chair and really use them to help pull you down. Once you feel you're in the pose, hold it. We're in it. Don't forget to breathe. Good. Slowly walk your hands up. Guide that ankle back down to the ground. And we're moving on to the next pose, which is our seated triangle. Let's go out to the right leg first. So I'm scooching over kind of towards the right side of my chair so I can get my leg out. Your left leg is going to stay planted. Right leg comes straight out to the side. So that's where you really want to feel where you can balance the best and still get your leg out. So for me, that's going to be a little bit more forward to the side. Okay. Once you have your legs in position, our hands come to heart center. Your left elbow comes to your left knee. Right hand goes up, straight up into the air. Once we're here and we feel comfortable, like we're not going to fall over or anything, we're going to look up to the ceiling, and that way you're going to feel your back and your back. We're here, we're looking up to the ceiling. All we have to do now is hold it. Good. Bring that hand back down to heart center. Sit up slowly and bring that leg in. Let's go to the other side. So we're not doing anything weird like that. Toes all the way out. Fix your supporting leg. Hands come to heart center. We're doing our right elbow to our right knee. Good. Once we're here, our left hand goes straight up into the air. And we gaze up at our hand. Now, again, I still have a straight back in this position, and it's a little hard to show you, but I can show you. Here's what hunch looks like. No good. Straight back. And then we look up. All right, so really think about having that nice straight back. We're here, and we are holding it. Good. Bring that hand back down to heart center. We sit up nice and tall and bring your leg in. All right, that was our seated triangle pose. We are now going to do our downward facing dog using our chair. So I am going to stand up. And you can leave your chair where it is, but I'm going to turn mine so you can get a little bit of view. Okay. So our feet are right in front of the chair. You're going to bend down and grab either side of your chair right where you were sitting. Now we're going to walk our feet back a little bit. Make sure your chair is stable. Good. Once you feel that good stretch, we're going to open up our feet a little bit. So your feet should be like shoulder width apart. So I'm reaching for my chair. My feet are shoulder width apart and nice and straight. The last thing I'm going to do to get fully into the pose is to bring my ears down, almost trying to touch where your arm bends. So ears are trying to get in line with the bend in your arm. So let me try and show you. Ready? Go. Nice. My back is nice and flat, and my head is in a straight line with my back. So my chin is not tucked. Okay, here's a tucked chin. So here's tucked chin, where your chin is kind of touching the back of your throat. It's not that. You want your neck to be in a nice straight line. I'm going to put my hair up for this one so you can see better. So I'm reaching for the front of the chair. My head falls in line. So here would be tucked. That's not what we want. You want to be looking down at the ground. All right, we're here. I'm going to stop talking so we can hold this pose. Good. Slowly walk your feet towards the chair and stand up nice and tall. We are going to do that one more time. So hands reach down for the chair. You're going to walk your feet back to where you feel a good stretch and to where your feet are shoulder width apart. It doesn't have to be super far away from your chair in order to get a good stretch. Okay, I'm thinking about my nice flat back. Now reach for your ears down. Good. We're looking down at the ground. We're in the pose, and now we hold it. Remember to breathe a few more seconds. Excellent. Walk your feet back up to the chair and stand all the way up. Stay standing because we're going to go into tree pose. All right. Let me back this up a little bit. My head's a little chopped off right now. All right, you're going to stand. Let's all start standing to the left of our chairs. So you're going to hold on to the back of your chair, heart center, toe points to the ground, then knee out to the side. Now the bottom of your shoe is going to slide up to touch your other foot. Now you could be here and you could stay right here, or you could bring it up to your calf, or you could bring it up to your thigh, or you could be fully there. I don't know if anybody's quite there yet, so let's stick to our toe on the ground. That's what I'm going to be demonstrating. So my knee is out to the side, toes pointing, and my bottom of my shoe is flat up against my other leg. I'm in the pose, and I'm holding it. And breathe. Good. Bring that hand down, foot flat on the ground, and we are going over to the other side of the chair. Grab the back of the chair. Make sure your left foot is firmly planted. Our right foot is going to point, toe to the ground, knee swings open, and the bottom of your shoe slides up to meet your other leg. Hand comes to heart center. We're in the pose, and now we're going to hold it. Deep breaths into your nose, out through your mouth. Good. Bring that hand down, foot flat to the ground, and we are going to come back and take a seat. All right, after our tree pose, we're going to do our seated winder moving. So sit all the way back in your chair so that your back is touching the back of your chair. Fingers interlock, 10 fingers, nice and tight. You're going to reach for your right leg below your knee, not on your knee. That hurts. Below your knee. So reach for more of your shin. You're going to pull it up, and you're going to give it a nice tight hug. Elbows are into your body. Elbows are into your body. Planted leg is at a nice 90-degree angle so you feel secure. And really pull it up to your chest and hold it. Don't forget to breathe. Good. Slowly lower that right leg down. Sit up nice and tall. Deep breath in. Out. Do the other side. So interlock your 10 fingers. Reach for below your left knee. Pull it up. Lean back a little bit because my back is always straight. It's still nice and straight. Not hunched over. I'm upright, nice and tall. Now pull that knee up to your chest. See how tight it is? You can't even see. There's no space in between my stomach and my leg because I'm pulling it so tight. That's what you should see. All right, hold it. We're in the pose. Elbows are in. We got 30 seconds. Good. Slowly lower that leg down and sit up nice and tall. I have a new pose for us to do today. So we did some new breathing techniques, and now we're going to add another pose in. So this is one of my favorite poses to do in my normal practice. So I was looking around to find a seated version of it, and I think I found one. So I'm going to tilt my chair a little bit just because we've never done this one before so that you can see what I'm doing. So this is called the seated camel pose. So I'm going to sit, don't have the back of your chair touching, don't have your back touching, so there should be some space in between you. Feet are out at a nice 90-degree angle, so you're nice and strong. You are going to reach for the bottom lower half of your chair. So you could reach for back here. If it helps you, you could pull if that's the better angle, but you do want to be upright. So you don't want to lean forward, you don't want to be leaning back, you want to be upright. So find an angle that works for you and find a grip that works for you. Then what we're going to do is you're really going to focus on squeezing your shoulder blades together. So I think I've said it before, where you feel like you're pinching or a coin. Your shoulder blades are pinching something so that it doesn't fall, which ultimately opens up your chest, which is really what that whole pose with this whole is, feeling that chest open. So feet are secure, chest is opening. We're here, we're going to hold it just here. So really focus on sitting up nice and tall and opening your chest. So I'm not leaning back, I'm sitting upright, but the chest is opening. And use your hands to pull you or hold you stable. All right, let's hold it. Don't stop pinching the penny in between your shoulder blades. A few more seconds. Good. Bring your chest back, hands on your lap. Take a deep breath in and out. We're going to do that pose one more time. Sitting up nice and tall. Shoulders are already down and back, so it should be really easy for you to just kind of pinch something back there. That really helps me, is visualizing there's a penny like right here, and I have to pinch it or else it'll fall. You don't want it to fall. Or if it helps to think, open chest, whatever you have to think about to get you in the right posture. Okay, our feet are at a 90-degree angle. You reach for the bottom, for the back lower half of your chair. Find a good grip. Sitting upright, pinch the penny between your shoulder blades. Open up your chest. Head is straight out, looking straight in front of you. We're in the pose, and we hold it. Deep breath. Good. Slowly bring your hands forward to your left. I'm going to spin around and we're going to do the final pose. All right, the last pose we're going to do is our seated forward fold with our legs closed. So feet at a 90-degree angle. Your toes and heels are touching. So toes touch, heels touch, flat on the floor. You are going to bring your arms all the way up over your head and all the way down, hinging at your waist. Really think about it. Hinging at your waist all the way down to reach your toes. Now for this one, you can hunch your back. This is the only one that you're allowed to kind of bend your back forward, okay? Where normally we would want to have a flat back and your head looking down. This one, you just want to really get your chest so that there's no space in between your upper body and the tops of your thighs. Okay, so really try to make yourself as compact as possible and almost use your feet to kind of pull down so that you do get that round back, because that camel pose that we just did, you're pushing your back this way. So now we're going to counteract it and we're going to hunch forward. So you should feel a nice pull, a nice stretch in your back. So enough talking, let's do it. Arms all the way up over your head. All the way down, touch your toes. Good. Tuck your chin this time. We're in the pose and we hold it. You really want to make yourself as compact as possible. Good. As you come up, your arms come up with you, all the way up over your head, touch at the top. They look like this, but they're all the way up. Good. Nice straight back here. We're going down one more time. Fold all the way forward. Roll yourself into a little ball. In the pose. Now we're just going to hold it. Don't forget to breathe. Good. Everybody come up. Arms come with you all the way up to the top. Bring your hands down to heart center. Great. We're going to do our final pose of the class, which is our Savasana. So you're going to sit up. If you really want to be comfortable, so I'm going to sit back in my chair a little bit. I'm going to relax. I'm going to have a straight, my back is going to be straight, but I am going to rest against the back of the chair. Feet and toes touching. You can have your hands just on your thighs, or you can flip them up. Now, Savasana, you want to focus on being very still. So the longer you can stay still, the more benefits you're going to get. But if you're not good at staying still, that's totally fine. This will be really good practice, though. So I like to flip My hands up so that my palms are facing the ceiling. You're going to close your eyes, and we're just going to relax here for a little bit. Make sure that you're still breathing, but this is your time to recover. Some of these poses, they look harder or they look easier than they are. They actually take a lot of work and a lot of discipline. So now is your time to relax and recover. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Focus on the silence and focus on holding still. Slowly open your eyes. Unless you want to stay in your Savasana for longer, you can totally do that. It's a very relaxing pose. So if you want to stay in Savasana, that's fine. But that is the end of yoga for today. I hope that you guys like the new poses and the new breathing that we did. We're always going to try and find, new things that we can do in our yoga practice because it's always good to learn new things. So please join us back here at 2 o'clock with Maggie. She's going to be doing the Uno workout. And I hope you guys have a great afternoon. We'll see you in a little bit. Thanks. Bye.